So, starting with Scott McCloud, one of the things that really interested me in this selection from the vocabulary of comics was the way that he talked about simplification in cartooning, and particularly not, and how that's not about eliminating detail, but by emphasizing it and creating something that is raw and expressive in a way that only works because human beings are hardwired to see face, to read emotion, and to recognize others. And this is part of what makes comics and cartooning so persuasive, is our ability to notice those things. What interested me is just the way that that's been used to persuade. Like in this comic here, if you don't talk to them, someone else will. It's a pro-union comic where we see on the one hand the Klansman and on the other hand the Union member. What works here immediately is the identification. Like McLeod said, we see a cartoon, we place ourselves in it in a way that we can't necessarily do with a realistic image. And I think that's something that increasingly you can see happening even in online spaces, not with cartoons that people themselves have made, but also with pieces of media and cartoons that they have completely decontextualized. Like one thing I see a lot on Tumblr and Twitter and Facebook are just snippets of cartoons that have been taken completely out of their plot context and used to express an emotional state or any particular kind of mood or point. So, for example, here from The Simpsons, we see, don't you realize how close you came to just killing yourself? And then the reaction, right? And this is apropos of nothing. But even going beyond comics, this is something that we seem to do now with this new genre that we call reaction images, right? If we look at GIFs, these are hyper-realistic portrayals of people taken directly from film, and they're used to directly communicate an emotion. In one case, applause, or to enjoy a spectacle. Or even to